Hello everyone, hope you're having a nice day. I'm guessing you're eager to find out how to make UT maps, so let me show you. All you have to do first is click on the UT editor in your system folder where Unreal Tournament is installed. And once it's open, you may notice how you actually can move around with WASD, which for me was a huge turn off at first. But once you use the way you're able to in the editor, it feels totally fine. First, let me place this cube down so we can better orient ourselves with how we're moving, which is just like a brush. It's not an actual cube, so it's just a wireframe for a brush. Then to move around, you have to only use the mouse, which might actually be a nice thing. So to move around, you have to click and hold your left mouse button. That way, if you go up and down with your mouse, you'll be able to go up and down like this. You can also turn left and right. If you hold the right mouse button, you'll be able to look around from one position to look around what's going on. And if you hold both, you can go up and down. That was the weirdest for me to figure out, obviously. And you can also strafe left and right. So now you actually know how to move around and everything. Let's make an actual play space. So first what we're going to do is select the texture. To do that, we're going to click this little painting icon or whatever. And here you can click on this folder icon and then you can select from all these packs of textures. I personally like the ancient one and Egyptian ones. It's pretty nice. Let's go with ancient. You can go down this drop down window. You can get all these categories. You just click all right here and get all of them. Well, let's just do base, so it just does everything. General one, so just click one, you click it and select it. That's all you need to do. So just press X and it's still selected. Don't worry about it. So a nice starting area is like 800 by 100 by 100, but to do that, just right click on any of these properties or any of these icons and it'll give you properties. Some of them have a lot of properties, more than others, but you can really build some different shapes like this. So like I said, 800 by 800 by 800 and click build. So it gives you this cube. So zoom out and you just gotta click subtract. The weird thing is here, yeah, you gotta click subtract, but that's just how it works. You have to subtract from this area here, like you're subtracting kind of like pockets or something. Modern engines have it so everything's already empty, but here you have to make these spaces from where you're gonna be able to do stuff in and build. So click on the subtract one. So there it is. Okay, so now that we got our nice little cube right here, let's just get in here and let's make the next little piece of our map. The main structure of our map is going to be really small, which we're going to actually be playing around, but we need to get an orientation of how big the space actually is, because it's really impossible kind of to tell how big this actually is. So let's just do that first. To do that, we're going to need to put on another cube into this map. So let's explain the other three windows now. So to move around these windows, you just left click or right click, the same thing. It's the same thing, you just move around. It's all the same for all the windows. If you want to zoom in and out, you have to hold left and right mouse button and then you'll be able to zoom in and out. See, like I click on this and it's not yellow. It's like my brush. To move the brush, to move anything, you have to hold control while you're in this camera mode or whatever. Hold control and press the left mouse button and then you'll be able to move things by dragging. In this editor you can obviously go by different drag slide amounts or whatever. Goes from 1 to 256, but mostly multiples of 8 right here. So when you get down to these like ones below 8, I recommend to do that only for like fine adjustments, but other than that you should be just sticking with probably 8 and 6 and maybe sometimes 32, because with how this editor works, it's just like these ones, I don't know, they're just like super jagged or something. And what you may find is when you're going and making fine adjustments or just any kind of adjustment, sometimes things will just like won't want to like go to the line that you're putting it on, that you want to put it on. And it might be because of this vertex snap. You might run into that problem, but that's like pretty rare. Anyway, so yellow cubes are subtractive boxes, and then blue cubes, or whatever shape you have, are addition boxes. So let's add our new shape. So we're gonna need to make this smaller. To make this smaller, you could, right click and do it like this, but that's just like some super archaic way, or that's weird. So hold control and like you can move these things around how you would move them around in your normal program. So let's just put our shape down the middle, the corner, and then zoom out a bit. And we want to drag these other corners and stuff around to make our shape and apply it into what we want, right? To do that, we just click on the second thing. It's like a vertex tool or something. Yeah, vertex editing tool. And it's kind of strange, just like a lot of things in this editor, but I don't know, they're not that bad. You click Control and Alt and hold that, and then you just drag, and you selecting units or something. You select all the edges that you want, and then that's it. And then you hold Control again, and then you can move any way you want, but you should move in a line, so we're making boxes. So there we are. Move it like right there or something. I'm not trying to make some exact map right now because this is a tutorial. Then click Control and Alt again, and hold left mouse button and drag over the edges you want. Boom. You got that. So as you can see here, nothing's really happening. That's because you need to enable these joystick functions for it to actually update in real time. See, I clicked it. If you didn't have it, you would just have to click it on that screen and it would update, just like for any other screen also. I recommend only putting one joystick on, because I don't know, if at least from my computer, even though it's a really good computer, modern one, it lags when you put more than one. Like, see that? And then it just goes really bad. I have no idea why that is, but you don't really need them for these other sides. This is a dynamic view. So you can see this is how big it is from the side view now, or the front view, it doesn't matter, right? We're still in the vertex editing mode. Control Alt drag, and Control and Alt, Control and you go down. Control Alt here, Control up. So that's gonna be our little roof section. So then we need to add this time. Now we have our space area. So we have our actual space, so we can actually put it in. Who cares if it's the same texture? We can change it later. So now that we have this little roof, let's just add the little 4 poles, all the little 4 walls. So to do that, click the camera movement again, and click on your brush. You can either do 2 ways. You can either do it with the brush, or you can just duplicate now your addition brush, and you can just change the shape. But see, I moved it, and this shape is here. But if you were to make these like duplicates, let's just do it this way, because we already made a shape with the brush. So now let's make it with the addition brush. So now you can take the addition brush if you want, and you can make other things out of it. So the same exact thing, you can use the vertex editing tool. First go to camera mode, duplicate this thingy. Now we got 2. Let's put it again over it. And then the side view, let's go down. These are going to be the poles. Vertex editing mode. Control Alt. Very easy. Now do it from the other side. Control Alt. Should probably make these bigger, to be honest. So there it is. But see, like, there's nothing there though, right? To actually make something there, you have to build geometry. So to do that, you just click this button right here, and it'll instantly click it. It's absolutely nothing for computers nowadays, obviously. So now you can go to camera mode, and you can just duplicate this again. Control and move that to the side. Right click, duplicate. Move that to the side. Duplicate. Move that to this side. Click build. So now we got our 4 corners. Well, it's kind of like weird to like differentiate all these different things now, because there's no lighting here. So it all just looks like this one texture. As soon as we add some lighting, it'll be all really different. So to do lighting in this editor, it's really easy. All you have to literally do, you don't even have to select it anywhere yet. You can literally just click anywhere you want, and a light will always be here as a second option. It will be 2 whenever you select another thing, but there will always be a light. So you just put that in there. So when you click it, it becomes green. And then you can just like shapes, you hold control, and then you can drag it around. You can also drag it around in this view, but I think only on like X and Y axis. I don't know how to do it. I mean X and Z axis. I don't know how to do it on the Y axis. If you click and hold control, and then with your mouse you can move it like this, and then with your right mouse button you can move that way. But we don't really want that. We want to have it in the middle here. I want to raise it right here. And then to build a lighting, it's this label right here, build lighting. Boom. Builds it so freaking fast. Like I said, instantaneously. And we got our little place. So now let's put ourselves down so we can actually see how big this place is. So to do that, you click this chess piece to put in our actors. Make this actor thing come out. Then you click navigation point, and you click player start. That's it. You just click player start, and you can minimize it, X this. You still have player start. So now we put down like right here, I guess. See, the light's always gonna be here. Player start. Boom. Really nice. So we're in our level. Okay, now that we got ourselves in here and everything, let's actually just click this button for building all. Now let's just save our map. Save as. So you could name it whatever you want right now, but it'd be actually better to probably name it with what you're gonna make it for. So this is gonna be a deathmatch map. So if you want to see it actually inside the game, you're gonna need to first put a TF, and then a dash, and then whatever you want to name it. So we'll just name this like Tut Temple, or Tut Temple. So creative. So that's our map, and then you might want to click this play map button to be wary that you might die. See if we will. Oh, seems like we're all good. The reason why you might die is because you were playing Unreal Tournament before and you had like obviously more than 0 bots in the editor. So if you only have one spawning point, you're just gonna spawn and other people might spawn and you're gonna obviously spawn into each other. You're gonna keep dying. So you need to put spawn points for everybody if you actually have bots in your match, and the editor just takes the amount of bots you have configured in your game. So that's why. And you might see how like I'm lagging a tiny bit when I look around, and if I made the area a little bit bigger I would lag even more probably, and you're gonna probably run into this issue, but I don't know exactly why it is. But all you have to do is literally just restart the editor, which takes literally a second. But if you ever find yourself lagging, it doesn't happen often, but if you find yourself lagging, just restart the editor and you'll be running super smoothly again. So now that we've got a scale for how big our map is, which is really small, I think it's obviously like gonna be a 1v1, which will be pretty ludicrously dumb anyways. But let's just do it. So let's just put another spawn point right here, and then let's just quickly fix the lighting everywhere, meaning like fill it up in these pockets that the light doesn't bounce and reflect to. So we can just go do it right here really quick. Click on our light, right click to duplicate, hold control, move that over here, and just put one in each of the corners. And then what we can do here is you can select multiple objects at once by also holding control. Once you've already selected something, hold control and you can select more than one thing. So now we can duplicate these two and move that down, and then now we can select these two also, so we have all four. Then we can go to this window, and then, well, they're already dragged up, but we can drag them even further up here so the top of the platform will get some light. And then just click build all again. There's builds. You can kind of see how it changes when you move them through the environment, but once you actually build it, it's actually pretty different. So that's how our level looks now with lighting. So now we got our level looking like this. I think we should actually put probably another spawn point on top just to switch up the spawn points and everything. And then let's just put like some jump boots in here so we can get up there. So to do that, again click to the chest piece and then go down to, go up to inventory, pickups. Now a lot of these pickups are going to be for Unreal. I don't know why it's like this, but it's kind of like always tournament stuff. It's obviously the Unreal Tournament stuff, so go to tournament pickup and then go to UT boots, jump boots. Just click on it just like anything else before. It's selected, and then right click here, anywhere you want, jump boots, boom. Let's see, it's kind of off the ground, so it'll work fine and everything, but you might want to just go and make it calm down to the actual ground, just so it looks really nice in the game. Really easy to do. So there you go. We got some boots. Now let's just give ourselves a gun we can pick up here. Also again, go to the chest piece, go to pickup. So this time gotta get down to the weapons part, tournament weapons. And let's give ourselves good old Ripper. I don't know if many people like it or hate it. And yeah, put it. And some stuff is gonna be kind of above ground, some stuff is gonna be below ground. I don't know why it's like that, but it's the way it is. But you can fix it really easily. And that's our little map. So to make people understand though, about AI and how it works in this game, every single item, so like your weapons, your pickups, all of them, all of those different things are basically like key nodes and like key points where if the bot sees them, it will go to it and it will look for other things while on the path to these items. So while it's on the path to this jump booth, it will look around the bot and it'll probably see this Ripper gun and it'll go there later. And then after that, then it'll probably try to go up here. If I put something up here with the jump boots. Okay? Let's put something up here for it to get. So let's go again to our actors thing. And just give it another weapon. So let's put a nice pulse gun in here. Bam, pulse gun. Okay, but before I explain actually how the AI can actually get this pulse gun, just to also expand on the items thing in the AI, if you don't have items in some kind of room, or to lay out a path for the bots to go out through your map or whatever, obviously because you're not going to have items throughout every single corridor, everywhere in your map, especially if it's a pretty big map. So then that's where you put path nodes. So just like this, you would go up here, it's like an item, but you just don't see it in the game. So you go into the navigation point and you just get a path node. And those are the path nodes, these apples. And you just put them, again, like other dots in the connected dot system. That's gonna make your AI map of where it can go or where it should go. So in this kind of way, because it's not like a one-click nav mesh type of system, just like in modern engines, here basically there is a nav mesh like all the time, everywhere or something like that. Or there just is no nav mesh, however you want to think about it. Here you just you just put the items in. Like sometimes when you make maps, like the map I made from UT4, like it barely has any path nodes at all, maybe like literally 2 or 4 path nodes, because it's a pretty small map and there's always kind of items wherever you look, and it was a kind of special map designed for that. So with the AI system in this game, you really just have to see on your map, logically speaking, like, is there a connected dot system for my bots to do their thing? And that's all you need to do. Like, don't overthink it at all, because once you overthink it and put more path nodes than you need, and especially if you put path nodes beside jump spots and elevator spots, which I'll show you very soon after this, it's gonna mess them up. So only put these path nodes kind of like by themselves, away from like anything else to do with items and jumping and lifts and all that stuff. Okay, so for the bot to jump up to get the pulse gun, you're gonna need to tell it to jump in certain locations. Sadly, that's the only downside in this engine, that AI will only be able to jump from specific spots, but the engagement of the AI to the player is just so much better than any of the other games, especially the UT4 one, that it's just, it doesn't even matter. So to make the spots for where the AI is gonna go up and get the pulse gun, you're gonna need to go up here to the chest piece, and you're gonna need to go to the lift center right here. You need to find a navigation point, open it up, and it should have a jump spot place. Click that and place that down where you want the AI to jump to. Like, this is a destination of where the bot will jump to. So we want it to jump like right here, right? So put that right here, jump spot. So it's a like weird dinosaur head. And after you do that, you're gonna need to put in 2 spots for where the AI is gonna enter and exit. But they're both called exits. So you're gonna need to click this again, close that up, and it's a lift exit. There's no such thing as a jump exit or anything. It's the same thing, lift exit. So click that, and then right click here, anywhere you want. Just kind of beside there. Well, where you want them to exit. And then you click and make it somewhere else to where he's gonna jump from. So they're gonna jump from here to this spot right here. So what you're going to need to do here is assign all of these three things the same tag basically. So go to your main jump spot, and the jump spot, it's not a jump spot, it's a lift center. So go to the lift center, make sure you go there, and under the lift tag, so we gave all this a tag, so we'll just call it jump 1. Okay, so just copy that, so we have to write that again, and then just go into your 2 lift exits and go under the lift exit part, and for the lift tag you just put in jump 1. Easy. So now our bots should be jumping up here once they have jump boots. But if you want these bots to jump up here when they don't have any jump boots, you can go to the jump spot right here, and you could make this impact jump from false to true, and they'll use their impact hammer to jump up here, but I'm gonna leave that false. So now let's just click build all, because now I'll build paths with all this stuff, and let's save it. So now I'll try to show you how to make an elevator, which is kind of tricky, probably maybe the trickiest thing you'll be making in this editor or whatever. So let's just go to our top view here. How to make an elevator here is basically you are making a moving object, and it's separate from like additional or subtractive objects or whatever. Yeah, I'll take this top piece right here, and I guess I've already kind of shaped it into a small square, as you can see, but I think what you need to do to be extra safe with it is to lift it off the ground. I'm not too sure if you need to do this, but I feel like you need to. So just go to like 2, control, lift it up 1. Okay, so we've got it in position, our brush, where we want our elevator. So now what you want to do is just click this add a mover brush. Boom. Now we move our normal brush out of the way. We've got this purple brush now. So what you're going to want to do now, once you've made this brush, is right click it, go to movers, and click key 1, alright, key 1. Then you basically got the first position of your elevator. Then you want the second position of your elevator, which is going to be, well, I guess up. I don't know if you can make it go down and it'll work the same way, but I definitely know it'll work up. So I'll keep it at 8 still, or I'll go to 16 actually, and let's move it. So see, we're on this gray line, so if we go off, we'll know. Just put it back on there. I just make it go a little bit over. So yeah. And then once you're at the top there, where you want it to be, right click it, click movers, and then click key 0 base. And I'll shoot down to the bottom again. Basically indicating that once it's at the top, it'll do its waiting thing and then it'll come back down. You could go into the mover properties and adjust all this stuff. So like mover, like you can make it get triggered, I guess, if it's damaged. This is actually a good thing you should do to make it true, so when it goes up and down, the lighting will change. And then you should do this so that you can make it crush people when it's going down, or just make it ignore. So it's like when you're under the lift, you're gonna get squished or not. So now as you can see, there's nothing here, but if we click build all, see there's a shadow now. That's indicating basically to us that there is something there. But if you really want to see how it looks like and change the texture or whatever, go to movers right here again and go to show polys. See, now we got that default bubble texture, but now because we see it, we could just change it. Just go to our texture browser right here. Gotta open it again. Base. Just click a different one this time. Click it. Bam. If you want to click and do more than one side at once, hold control, and then you can select more than one side at once. Oops, didn't work through. We'll work on the side. Yes, it will. And to be honest, I have to actually do the bottom. But see, that's nice about UT99 is when you're outside of your main subtraction box, it actually makes that face not visible. You can click through it, so I can just click on my thing. But also would have been like almost impossible to get through that crack, right? But yeah, so we've got something here. So I don't know if you need to click build all again, but let's just do it. I guess it goes away, and then just save your map, and let's see if this is gonna work. So we're having that little lag again. That's fine. See if it'll work. Yeah, it works. So yeah, I tried it before to make sure of it, and you really do need that spacing. If you don't have that spacing underneath here, there'll be some problem, and as soon as you step on the lift, it'll just crash the game. So when you make these lifts, you're also gonna need to do a 3-part piece, just like you did with the jump. But it's really easy. It's the exact same process basically, except this time you're actually gonna put a lift. So let's put a lift center. The lift center you're actually going to need to put in the middle of your lift, obviously. Make sure it's always like in the middle. Also try to make sure it's kind of like 32 units or so above. Or some more. That's good. Now lift exits. So again, give them all the same tag. So you're going to do the exact same thing as you did back with the jump, like I said before. So you give this all a tag. So just go ahead and go to lift exit, give the lift tag, the tag, I put alley. Here I put the lift center, lift tag, put alley. And here, lift exit, lift tag alley. And this should all work. Maybe on this level, because of how small it is. I made this elevator and it's pretty small. I try to make them as big as I can, kind of. for the area, because they tend to kind of not really glitch out or anything with the AI. But they should be okay, I'm pretty sure. So after you put your alley tag for the lift exits and in your lift center, the third place you gotta put them all in also. The fourth time you're gonna be typing it in is you gotta click on the mover itself. Right click it, go to its properties, and then in the events of the mover you go to tag, and then you make it alley again, or whatever yours is. And that way it'll be connected and it should work. So we should have our map in here. Now we can put one bot. See how to do without light. So the last thing we can do to finish our map here is do the textures and add some little health and maybe add another spawn point or so, and that'll be it. So I'm just gonna speed that up and you'll see how it's done. Before you do your final save for your map and do your final render, you should just for safe measure go over here to texting over here and write undefined paths for the space. And that supposedly will like erase paths, and if you now build everything again, it will be like most optimized. After you build your map for the final time, everything, obviously make sure to click save. Now let's play it. That's the map. So now all you have to do, now all you have to do is make something much more complex and just take into account the AI thing with the placing of the items and stuff, and you should be good. Please go make some great maps.